3, 2, 1. Hello people of the internet, I'm teacher Necolaru and welcome to another Necolaru Yu-Gi-Oh collection thingy. I don't know what I'm going to name this yet, but I had another video I wanted to put up today, but it would have taken me far too long to get it edited down to how I wanted it to post today, so I'm just making this so it can go up Sunday, and then I can work on that other one longer. So in this Yu-Gi-Oh video, I'm going to show off some of my favorite cards that I use in my deck. Now some of these might not be the best cards, but I don't play competitive. I just do for fun duels. Anyways, let's jump into the first cards. The first card is Queen's Knight. Now, on its own, it's not a bad card. 1500 attack, 1600 defense, a 4-star. On its own, it's not bad. But it gets better with the King's Knight. Same stars and 1600 attack, 1400 defense. Nearly the inverse of that. With the effect of when this card is normal summoned while you control Queen's Knight, you can special summon Jack's Knight from your deck. Speaking of Jack's Knight, here he is. A 5-star monster, which with this effect makes him easier to summon. 1900 attack, 1000 defense. Not a bad monster. No. These three could fuse in other forms of combination, but I don't like using that because it's a whole headache. Now, the next card, one of my next favorite card is a Comrade Swordsman Landstar. This is a tuner monster, which I usually don't like using tuner, well, synchro summoning, but spoiler for the end. All warrior monsters you control gain 400 attack points. As you can see he's good to have on the field with these three. Now, next up in my favorite cards is Boxer. 1800 attack, 1000 defense, 4 stars. That's good. When this card is destroyed by an opponent's monster by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can place one counter. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, you can place one counter on this card. You can send this card with 2 or more counters to the graveyard. Special summon one earth monster from your deck. If this card would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can remove one counter from this card instead. That's not a bad effect, not a bad monster. Really like using him. Speaking of earth monsters you could summon, the Sword Hunter, another good card that I like having in my deck. A 7-star, cut that out, me counting the stars. 2450 attack, 1700 defense. While the defense isn't good, that's decent attack. If this card destroys a monster by battle, equip it to this card as an equipped card at the end of the battle phase. This card gains 200 attack for each card equipped by this effect. Not bad. You could run into problems later on with the spell card zone, but I don't find that too bothersome. Now, these two next cards work together. I like their effects. These are pendulum monsters. The first one is the Mild Turkey. 4 stars, 1000 attack, 2000 defense. Not bad. The taste of victory will bowl you over. Okay. It has a 7/7 pendulum scale. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-sided die. Until the end of this turn, reduce the card's pendulum scale by that number, minimum of 1. So you roll a 6, this becomes a 1. The lowest monster you can summon by this is a 2-star in pendulum summoning. But with this next card, Ghost Beef. It's a 7, I think, 2, 4. Is it 7, 2, 3, 4? Yes. 2,000 attack, not bad. For a 7-star, 1,000 defense. Once per turn, you can roll a 6-side die until the end of this turn. Increase this card's pendulum scale by that number, max to 10. So basically, with this in Mild Trick, you can special summon a 2 to 9-star monster with this monster, and this Ghost of Christmas Dinner. The Ghost of Christmas Dinner. So we got Thanksgiving and Christmas. Now to power some of my stronger monsters, I have for Shiny, the Tri-Horn Dragon. 2,850 attack, 2,350 defense, an unworthy dragon with 3 sharp horns sprouting from his head. Not a bad high level monster, decent attack, decent-ish defense. I think I'm starting to see a pattern with 50. But Shiny. I don't only like this card because it's shiny, but because like with other decks I've seen with Red Eyes, Blue Eyes, Dark Magician growing up, people would always use those instead of interesting monsters, so I have that. Next up is Tyrant Dragon. Good card. It's a 8-star, right? 2, 4, yes, 8-star, 2,900 attack, 2,500 defense. Not as strong as Blue Eyes, but close. During the battle phase, if your opponent controls a monster, when this card's first attack, this card can make a second attack. Not bad. Negate any trap cards that target this card. Great. And if you do destroy that trap card, this card cannot be special summoned from the graveyard unless you tribute 1 dragon type monster. Not a bad monster. Sorry. Those 2 are good. Now, I only added these 2 cards because I like the theming of them. We got the Cheap, a 1-star monster with 300 attack, 200 defense. Flip, you can special summon 1 level 5 or higher tuner monster from your deck. Now, this monster can help me bring out Cock-a-doodle-doo. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Difficult name. 5 stars, 1,600 attack, 2,000 defense. If this card, there are no monsters on the field, you can special summon this card from your hand as a level 3 monster. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no card, you can special summon this card from your hand as a level 4 monster. If this face-up card would leave the field, banish it instead. So, I only have those 2 because they can help get out monsters together. Now, next card I really like is Lightning Rod. It's a 4-star with 1,800 attack, 100 defense. Neither player can activate spell cards during their main phase 1 as his effect. This I find very useful, so that's why he's part of my deck and why I like him. Now next up is, well, I'm going to show both these off at the same time because, well, they fit each other. First one is Raigenki. Destroy all your monsters your opponent controls. Not a bad card. Especially with, well, I didn't pull it out. If I'm able to trade this card off to my opponent or similar, they have similar effect, I can use this, the anti-Raigenki. When your opponent activates Raigenki, negate the effect, and if you do, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. So basically, it's like lightning redirect from Avatar, The Last Airbender. But something I noticed recently is Lightning Rod Lord and Anti-Raigenki, at least part of him, like this upper bit, or this bit minus the hands, is basically Anti-Raigenki. So yeah, kinda cool. Only just recently found that out. Next up is Ancient Rule. Special summon 1 level 5 or higher normal monster from your hand. That's good for my Tri-Horn Dragon, or whatever other strong monster I want to summon. Next up is A magic arm shield, a shiny one. When your opponent monster declares an attack while you control a monster, target one face-up monster your opponent controls except the attacking monster. Take control of the target until the end of the battle phase, and if you do, it is attacked instead, and if you proceed to the damage calculation. That is a good card, especially with nowadays people attack with their people attack not with their strongest first, so that's handy. And now finally, my favorite cards. This is one of my favorite and ironically my rarest card, and also a smooth out. It's a synchro monster. So here he is, the Star Eater. Ghost Rare, an 11-star monster, I think, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 11-star. I should know this since I play him. 3200 attack, 2800 defense. Not bad. You need one tuner monster, which I got a couple, and one or more non-tuner monsters, plenty of those. Must be synchro summoned. Sorry. Must be synchro summoned and cannot be special summoned by other ways. This card's synchro summon cannot be negated. When synchro summoned, cards and effects cannot be activated. If this card attacks, it is unaffected by other cards' effects until the end of the damage calculation, or damage step, sorry. So yeah, this is one of my rarest cards, which, just a quick little story, Walmart had this little plastic box thing that had a couple booster packs, a couple loose cards in it. I bought it, was relatively cheap. Can't remember the exact price of it, but I bought it, got some packs, and in those loose cards, I got this. One of my rarest cards I got from a little box that may or may not have had something good, and I pulled this. Very lucky. Very good card. Very shiny. Also, from my angle right now, it looks pretty much completely white, but from here on the camera, it looks great. So, these are some of my favorite cards. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe if you want to. I have other videos going up soon. I'm uploading and recording more videos, so it's not just large blank spaces anymore. So keep an eye out for those. Hope you have a good day. Good night, and I hope to see you again next time. Later.